The Philippines is looking to China, and many say this is proof that Beijing's influence will dominate for many years. President Xi Jinping's first state visit to Manila means securing around 29 agreements, most never presented to the public for consultation or scrutiny. The most contentious is a joint development agreement in the disputed South China Sea, which means both countries will explore and share resources in territories that have been declared to be within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. China says most of the South China Sea belongs to it. Critics say this agreement could force the Philippine government to give up its control of the Spratly Islands. But both leaders say otherwise.
I am pleased with the current positive momentum of the Philippines-China relations. There is a deepening trust and confidence. Our governments and have greatly increased dialogue and interaction on many levels.
All
roads may run parallel without interfering with one another. Both sides agree that there is no one-size-fits-all development model and that every country has the right to choose its own path.
But not many Filipinos agree.
And in time for President Xi Jinping's visit, a local opinion survey shows more than 80% of Filipinos reject the Philippine government's inaction in the South China Sea. China got a very low trust rating at negative 16%, compared to the United States, a long-standing ally of the Philippines, at positive 59%. And also more than 65% of Filipinos surveyed say they are aware of the abuses being committed against Filipino fishermen in the South China Sea.
When he was sworn into office, Duterte promised an independent foreign policy, a pivot away from the United States towards countries like China and Russia. But more than 2 years later, many here have grown impatient. The economic benefits promised from this pivot have yet to be seen. President Xi Jinping's first stop in Manila was to lay a wreath at a monument dedicated to national hero Dr. Jose Rizal. Rizal fought and died for Philippine independence from Spain in the late 1800s. Now, he's honored by the leader of a country many here had long considered a threat to the country's independence until now. Jamela, Alindogan, Al Jazeera, Manila.